Good evening, everyone. Dear El Shaddai, Almighty God, Allah Akbar, we come together this evening asking you to use this event as a launching pad to bless trade between the United States and Africa, to bless the building and rebuilding of Africa, to use this venture to reconnect lost families of the diaspora, and to further grow the union of the United States and Africa. We ask you to direct our paths and give us creative ways to engage with the rest of the world. You once told your people to trust in you with all their hearts and not to lean on their own understanding. You said in all their ways they should acknowledge you and you would direct their paths. So we want to give you praise and glory for our lives and all that you are about to do through them. Father God, Jehovah Jireh, our provider, you have not only said that there is enough for everybody, but the mere fact that you have drawn us here this evening means that you are moving us in a direction whereby change is taking place, and now is the time for us to move forward and act on this open window of opportunity. However, to act in your will, we must be on one accord. Help us to work together so that your will be done on this earth as it is in heaven. Allah, we beseech you to rain down your promised blessings of our ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, so that we may reap the harvest in this season for such a time as this. We thank you for our lives, our countries, our businesses, and the forming of our new partnerships. We ask you to help us to do your will in decency and in order, realizing that we must act as one body for the good of all and for the success of our countries. Bless the hands that have prepared the food we are about to partake of, and may it nourish our bodies so that our strength sustains us as we delight in this evening together. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you, Reverend. Thank you, Evangelist Garrison. Now we're going to have dinner, but before that, you're going to hear from our co-MC this evening, Ms. Gatoni Kamau of the Smithsonian National Museum of African Art. She's looking resplendent beside me. Let's hear it, please, for her.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Kwame. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests. I would like to welcome you all to the evening. We'd like to start by welcome all the VIPs to please have dinner. We'd like to start with tables 1 through 4. If you could please proceed to the servers, and please, we'll go ahead and that we'll continue that way until every table has been served. Okay, may I have your attention, please? We do have another station to the left here, to my left, and our wait staff will go around and encourage each table to go ahead and get started. So please welcome. Thank you. I'd like to ask tables 5 through 12 to come forward, please, and get yourself served. Thank you. Numbers 12 5 through 12. If you're seated at number 5 through 12, please come forward and have your dinner served. Thank you. Okay, good evening, good evening. I hope you're all enjoying the evening so far. We'd like to welcome dancers, the Tilongwe Nigerian dancers. Can we please have a round of applause for them? Can we please have the Tilongwe Nigerian dancers? Thank you. That's great. You all enjoying yourselves? All right. I'd like to turn it over to my colleague here, Kwame, from Global Africa Media. Please welcome Kwame. Thank you.
And I thank my co-MC, Gatoni Kamau of the Smithsonian Museum of African Arts, for introducing me and my organization, Global African Media. We will now hear from the man who makes all of this possible, this inaugural Africa Gala and Awards Banquet. This event tonight is the forerunner to the Gateway International Summit, and he will speak to these aspects. He will he will tell you about doing business in Africa and about the gateway to Africa. And that is no less a person than Dr. Frank Foka. And his designation is Director of the Africa Trade Office, but before he came to this position, he was an alternate member of Parliament in Cameroon, a university lecturer, a vice principal. I could go on, but he has to speak now. So here we have, once again, Dr. Frank Foka.
Thank you. This one. Thank you, Mr. Kwame. Thank you, Your Excellencies. Thank you, Congresswoman Donna Edward, for making it tonight. Thank you to all our elected officials in the state of Maryland. The Lieutenant Governor was here and he had to go. Thank you to our international partners. Thank you to our sponsors. Thank you to the business community in Prince George's County. Thank you to everyone that has made it possible to be here today. I stand here to give brief remarks on the Africa Trade Office, but I stand here to tell you a little bit about our county executive, about Prince George's County. The Africa Trade Office is an initiative of Senator Cardin, started in 2008, and it is, growing from strength to strength in this new administration because of the effort of our county executive. Our county executive said in his messages to Prince Georgians during his campaigns that he would like to embrace the whole continent of Africa, that he will not just have a sister city, but he wants to deal with every, country in Africa. As Director of Africa Trade Office, I am pleased to have worked and networked with a lot of our embassies, a lot of our diplomats, a lot of our foreign governments, a lot of our businesses in the county. You come here today for us to launch an initiative called Gateway to Africa. Before Gateway to Africa, we launched in March 2013 what I call Doing Business in Africa. Doing Business in Africa is a new concept. We designed the concept to be able to bring our stakeholders, to bring our business community in the county, our international partners, to reflect and think on the key sector of trade and opportunities in Africa. But we come together in Doing Business in Africa to talk about FDI, Foreign Direct Investment in Prince George's County. We come to talk about EB5 Investors Program in Prince George's County. Because this county, we have a lot to offer, we have a lot of investment opportunities, and I'm proud to announce to this generous assembly, impressive personalities, that as of now, we've received over 10 requests from African governments, African businesses, and over 15 ambassadors represented here today. Is a testimony of the good work that we're doing in the Africa Trade Office. We rely much on our businesses. We start this Gateway to Africa as a social gathering, as a sub-component of Doing Business in Africa. It is an opportunity that will go from strength to strength. Next year, we'll be announcing an international economic summit. And I have the pleasure to introduce one young lady from Senegal. She was here in November to request a sister city with Prince George's County in the area of education. As a French-speaking country, they like our model of immersion education program. And I would like Thérèse Diouf to walk here and maybe walk to the VIP table. She's sitting on this side, Ms. Thérèse Diouf from Senegal. She flew in yesterday to attend this event, and I want us to honor her. Where's Therese Judith? Madame Thérèse, je vous invite à la table d'honneur. Merci. Ladies and gentlemen, Prince George's County is ripe. The Prince George's County Economic Development Corporation, represented here by our able President CEO Gwen McCall, is ripe for business. We are ready for international opportunities. We are ready to make sure that our partnerships, our economic partnerships, are developed based on the effort of all our businesses. So far, we've designed what we call Continental African Business Committee. We have a representation of over 12 African countries, businesses. Some of them will be receiving awards today, and everything is inaugural. We want to honor these businesses, and we want to tell them that the work you do here in Prince George's County, the work you do in Africa, we're taking note of that, but we want that to grow and to attract more opportunities in Prince George's County. I want to give honor to our Senator, Senator Cardin, to Congressman Steny Hoyer, represented here, for their support, their moral support in expanding the Africa Trade Office. When we launched this opportunity, we said today will be a pilot test. We've designed it, we brought it to your attention. Next year, trade ministers from African countries, from various countries, will be convening here in Prince George's County to celebrate success, to celebrate partnership. And for your information, we are having requests from China. Through our BRICS nation relationship, the Africa Trade Office is having requests from Chinese companies that are having difficulties in making trade in Africa. And we are proud that the Africa Trade Office is becoming a clearinghouse, a one-stop shop for an international business hub. The Doing Business in Africa initiative was echoed by the White House Trade Africa, launched by President Obama in July. We launched Doing Business in Africa in March, and when you look at the similarity, we are proud to move toward the White House to start a bigger partnership. And I'm submitting to the attention of our Congresswoman here that we're proud to submit to your attention. We'll be talking about that, to tell our President that Prince George's is already doing business in Africa. Thank you. This would not have been possible without the support of a lot of men and women, the staff at EDC, the volunteers at the Africa Trade Office, the Continental African Business Committee, the International Advisory Group Committee of EDC, that met every day and night, Saturdays, to design this program. And we're proud that we're ready to move forward. Without wasting time, I would like to introduce our President CEO, Gwen McCall. She's asking me that the MC should come on first. And I'm just humble. And to end, I would like to introduce to your attention my wife, Pascaline, please. Pascaline was appointed by Governor O'Malley in the Maryland Board of Professional Counselors. She's very active in the community, in her church, and she gives her best in that, her committee. And we're proud, to have you here. Thank you. May God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Forka, for that overview. Thank you very much. Next, we'd like to have Congresswoman Donna Edwards provide a few remarks. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That was a wonderful welcome. It's good to be here with you this evening. And I want to say it's especially a pleasure to be here with our County Executive, Rashern Baker, who's doing a fabulous job for us here in the county. Thank you very much, Rashern. Senator Jim Rosapep, it's always good to see you, and sometimes we get to call you Mr. Ambassador, too. It is really a delight to be here with our ambassadorial Corps. And I want to say to His Excellency Ambassador Olguin, thank you so much, and to all of our ambassadors who are here this evening, because your very presence here this evening in Prince George's County is quite the symbol of the kind of unity that we have, and we need to turn that into business productivity. We discussed that. Dr. Forca gave me my marching orders here at this podium, and I intend to continue to march on. I just want to say to you that I think that there is so much business to be done that unites African nations with business and opportunity here in Prince George's County. And I know a lot of times our business community and our county executive understands this. Our business community thinks, well, what about a federal contract or other? And you know what I say? What about a few contracts around the world? And so I am grateful that we have this partnership. And then lastly, I would like to say to you from the Congress, I am a member of the Congressional Black Caucus. I mentioned to His Excellency that every single week Africa is on the agenda of the Congressional Black Caucus. When it comes to business, when it comes to immigration, when it comes to foreign policy and foreign assistance, Africa is on our agenda. And that is not an accident, because it is a sign that at the highest levels of this government that we understand our connection. And I am just delighted to be able to represent Prince George's County so that at the most local level, we bring that connection home. And then lastly, as we go into these next several months, I think it's incredibly important for our international community, for our business community, to understand what the opportunities are, even in this fragile economy all around the world. The kind of growth that we see among African nations is among the highest in the world. And that is a sign of great capacity and great opportunity for all of our nations and for our businesses. And I think it's time for us to take advantage of those. And then finally, and I know that when a politician is at the microphone, we always want to get to, and finally, to our ambassadors, you will know that you have a friend and an ally in the Congress of the United States in the name of Donna Edwards in the 4th Congressional District, and that relationship will pay off in terms of the kind of opportunity that we're able to see for all of us here in this country. And so welcome. It is wonderful to welcome all of you here to Prince George's County and to our Africa Trade Office. Nothing else like it in the United States, but it is right here in Prince George's County. And we are going to build on it and build on it and build on it. And we're going to show both the rest of the nation and also our African nation partners what a great opportunity there is to do business with Prince George's County. Thank you very much.
Moving right along, you've heard from the Congresswoman herself, Donna Edwards. Let's see it one more time. A round of applause. And she's going to take the word back, and she just told us to the colleagues and the Congressional Black Caucus, and she's going to make things happen. Indeed, this will be the century for Africa, the 21st century, Africa's century. Let's hear it. To sustain the momentum, we will now hear from Senator Rosa Perry.
Well, thank you very much. It is an honor to be with you, and I just want to say I am the state senator from College Park, so I want to welcome everyone here to my district and to my hometown. We're very glad to have you here. This is an important and historic event, and the comments that Congresswoman Edwards has made, the comments that Dr. Forka has made, the comments that I know the county executive will make, bring together an important theme. Africa and Prince George's County have a lot in common. A lot in common. Part of it is a lot of Africans. Part of it is an optimistic, entrepreneurial spirit for the 21st century. And part of it is an embrace of our common humanity and our interest in working with people across the globe. I congratulate everyone here tonight. I look forward to working with all of you to build this relationship. This is going to be the African century. This is going to be the Prince George's century, and we can do it together. God bless you.
Thank you very much. They asked me to come up here, and I want to take this moment to introduce Ambassador Ogwin. He's the Dean of the ECOWAS Ambassador Group in DC. Mr. Ambassador, can you please stand for people to see you? Thank you. Ambassador Ogwin is, the Dean of the ECOWAS Ambassador Group in Washington, D.C. It's a group of over, 12 African countries. A lot of them are represented here. And we'll invite him to the podium. But there's a fine line. Since I started communicating with Ambassador Ogwin, he led a delegation with the Minister of Territorial Administration, from Benin to visit the county. And in the list of the key projects that African countries and governments are requesting, Benin is top on our list, and we're looking forward to formalizing a partnership with the country. And he has come here powerfully, and he'll be talking and giving some remarks. But the fine line I know about Ambassador Ogwin is that when you send him an email, he replies. Thank you so much, Ambassador. Please come to the podium.
Good evening, everyone. Dr. Forka, thank you very much for giving me the opportunity tonight to speak. First of all, let me express my respect and appreciation to the Honorable Donna Edwards. How we are happy and honored to be in your midst, in your presence, and also how African ambassadors feel, because we see you as the great support we have at the Congress, and especially within the Congressional Black Caucus. We thank you very much for your support with the diplomatic corps. We're looking forward to working with you, Honorable. Thank you very much. Well, I was supposed to speak on behalf of West African ambassadors, but I can see in the room there is more than West African ambassadors here, because I see beyond West Africa, I see Ambassador of Chad. Anyway, Chad is an extension of West Africa in any case. But I see also the Ambassador of Lesotho here, and the wife of the Ambassador of Namibia, and many other colleagues. May I kindly request my colleague ambassadors and spouses to kindly stand up so that the room will see you. Please, stand up, please. Let them see you, because I know you are here tonight. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. African diplomats, thank you very much for being here tonight. Again, Honorable Donald Edwards, our Executive Council, Russell Baker, Ambassador and Honorable Jim Rosepepe, my colleague distinguished ambassadors from ECOWAS countries and from other African countries, my sister from Senegal who traveled all the way from Dakar to attend the event. Welcome to Washington, D.C. I am really pleased to address this assembly tonight on behalf of my fellow ambassadors from ECOWAS and from African countries, and to attend this important event. And also, I would like to express our gratitude for your interest in doing business with Africa, and particularly with West Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, since West Africa is in Africa, let me start by saying we just celebrated the 50th anniversary of the birth of the Organization of African Unity, which was succeeded in 2002 by the African Union. In Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, and in the presence of a very high delegation from the United States of America led by the U.S. Secretary of State, John Kerry, we commemorated the theme of the anniversary, which is Pan-Africanism and African Renaissance. This is an exciting moment in the continent's history, as an estimated 6 out of 10 of the world's largest growing economies belong to African countries. Thank you. Thank you for trusting and believing in Africa. By 2020, consumer spending across the African continent is expected to rise to 1.4 trillion, which is huge. Now, coming to West Africa, West Africa's sub-region consists of 15 states, including Burkina Faso, Cape Verde, Cote d'Ivoire, the Gambia, Ghana, Guinea, Guinea-Bissau, Liberia, Mali, Niger, Nigeria, Senegal, Sierra Leone, Togo, and my own country, the Republic of Benin. West Africa is populated with approximately 250 million people, which is almost the population of the United States of America. It has abundant resources and various products, among which I'll just mention oil, gold, iron, aluminum, uranium, cocoa, ivory, timber, and very other economic assets and enormous potential needing your investment. According to the IMF, the overall GDP of the 15 ECOWAS member countries amount to $564.86 billion US dollars. That is roughly 30% of the African GDP, and making it the world 25th economic power, which is good. Thank you. This is actually the geographical area that we call ECOWAS, the Economic Community of West African States. ECOWAS is the main structure aimed at coordinating West African countries' action. Its main goal is to promote cooperation and unity in order to create a West African monetary union. I think it is important for you as businessmen and investors to know that we aim at creating a large West African monetary union. Ladies and gentlemen, as it was said rightly in the prayer at the beginning of this event, this should be an event or a time that open real business between the Prince George County and West Africa. Let me assure you that the various ECOWAS countries have engaged in significant institutional and structural reforms over the past few years. Said reforms are aimed at improving the business environment as evidenced in the latest World Bank report on doing business. In these endeavors, some countries such as mine, Benin, have benefited from the assistance of the U.S. government through the USAID or the Millennium Challenge Corporation, MCC. Most ECOWAS countries have signed partnership agreements with the U.S. government and through the Millennium Challenge Corporation to curb down poverty through economic growth. Now, in order to complete this transformation process, our countries need foreign investment, including investment from the Prince George County, Maryland. This is your opportunity, and this is the reason why all the ECOWAS ambassadors and other African ambassadors are here tonight, to tell you all that our embassies are open. We want to work with you. We ask you to visit us at the embassy, and also to assure you that our country will be happy to welcome you anytime and give you all the information you need to start doing real business in Africa and in West Africa in particular. Ladies and gentlemen, let this evening, as I said, open up new prospect for the cooperation between ECOWAS countries and Prince George's County and the whole state of Maryland. Live long the cooperation between ECOWAS and the USA. Long live the partnership with the state of Maryland. Long live Prince George County, and long live ECOWAS countries. And with that, I thank you very much.
Thank you, Ambassador Ogwen. Thank you for the comments. And I want to thank you again on behalf of the Africa Trade Office, all the ECOWAS ambassadors, all other ambassadors that are representing here. We thank you so much. We're honored to have you. It's now my pleasure to introduce a lady I've had the pleasure to work with for over some years now, Gwen McCall. She is the present CEO of the Prince George's County Economic Development Corporation, and she's a powerful lady. She's an iron lady, and Gwen. She's the one leading the bigger picture of the economic development in Prince George's County, and we're proud for the work that she's doing. And all of you, as you go around, you see a lot of development. You see a lot of influx of international businesses, trade delegations from the BRICS nations, from Africa. All of that is coordinated by Gwen McCall. And I have the pleasure to introduce Gwen. Please come to the podium and have a few words.
Thank you, Dr. Forka. And I'd like if everyone can just give Dr. Forka a round of applause for the great job he did with setting up this event tonight. And I want to say good evening to our county executive, Congressman Donna Edwards, Senator Rosa Pepp, and Ambassador Oga, and distinguished guests. I am delighted to welcome all of you here tonight to what we hope will become an annual command performance. Thank you so much for taking the time to celebrate with us. It is our desire to host an annual gala and business awards and event honoring our African business community. And I must say we're off to a great start. This continues the earnest dialogue and complements our ongoing efforts to establish cultural and educational exchanges that will promote U.S.-Africa trade and investment and foster sister city partnerships. As you've already heard from Dr. Forka, the EDC Africa Trade Office plays a critical role in the development of these alliances. Now it gives me great pleasure to introduce our keynote speaker for tonight. Rushern L. Baker III is the 7th County Executive of Prince George's County. Since his election in 2010, he has worked tirelessly to raise the profile of the county and create positive change, focusing on job creation, economic development, public safety, and education. Mr. Baker established the Economic Development Incentive Fund, EDIF, an unprecedented $50 million fund designed to stimulate business growth in the county. He has addressed health care disparities and implement programs to service economically challenged neighborhoods. Transforming county government is his legacy. Prince George's County government is now open, more transparent, and more accountable. He has restored confidence and a renewed interest in our county. We can all be proud of that, as I am proud to introduce to you the keynote speaker for tonight, our County Executive, Rashern L. Baker III.
Good. Wow. How's everyone doing this evening? Great. Wasn't that a great introduction? Wow, good job. Boy, I was joking with Congresswoman Edwards that we could have our own traveling band here. That is great. We imagine going to places, and can we get you to go with us? Can we give him a round of applause? Woo! I don't know where to go after that. I do want to thank Gwen for that great introduction. It is indeed an honor to be here. You know, I certainly want to thank my colleagues for being here with us. We heard from the Lieutenant Governor, and that was great of him to stop by and talk to us. I certainly want to thank Congresswoman Edwards, who's doing a phenomenal job in helping us out in the county. Can we give her another round of applause, please? And you know, she was very gracious, Frank, so that she got our marching orders from the podium, what we need to do to get more money, so we appreciate that. And certainly somebody I've worked with for a number of years, who had the pleasure of being an ambassador, a delegate, and now a senator, Senator Rosa Pepp. Can we give him a round of applause also? On behalf of the nearly 900,000 residents of Prince George's County, I too want to extend our appreciation and thanks for the entire Ambassador Corps that is here this evening and sharing this evening with us. If you could stand up one more time so we can give you, especially our Dean, give you a round of applause. Please stand up, and their wives, and who are here representing. You know, I know you've heard a lot of speeches tonight, and I'm going to try and be brief, which is pretty hard when you've got the mic here. But there was so much that was said. You know, the gentleman that pulled this off and has helped revitalize our African Trade Office is a person that helped me during the election. He and his lovely wife took my wife and I around the county, introduced us to many people in this very diverse county, and we asked him to come help us in the administration. My commitment for us to recognize diversity and to be global meant that we needed somebody who could help us pull that off. And Dr. Foka has done a phenomenal job. If we can give him another round of applause, please. You know, as Gwen said, we're really pleased at a lot of the work that has taken place in Prince George's County. We do have our Economic Development Incentive Fund, which is $50 million. There's no fund in the state that is larger, other than the state itself, which has $70 million. But we wanted a wow factor, and we're starting to see some dividends from that as we invest in businesses and they invest in Prince George's County, and we're growing. We certainly are making strides around health care, as we not only are building a hospital, but a regional healthcare facility that will not only provide health care, but job and opportunities in the county. And we've seen some of the lowest numbers in terms of crime in Prince George's County in 30 years. So we're bringing and making a dent in public safety. And thanks to people like Senator Rosa Pepp, we're making strides in our education here in Prince George's County. We're starting to see growth and improvements in our public education system. But now that we've actually gotten more involved, we're going to see those things improve even faster. So where does that leave us? It leaves us where I've talked about since becoming county executive, and that is how do we grow our commercial tax base and how do we grow our businesses in the county. And the way we grow it is not only locally, but internationally. As many of the speakers have said, Prince George's County has the highest number of Africans in the Washington region live in Prince George's County. I think that deserves a round of applause. Prince George's County, as it's known throughout the country and throughout the world, has the wealthiest, most educated African-American population in the nation and in the world, and I think that deserves a round of applause. So when we combine the fact that we have a great number of our brothers and sisters from Africa and a great number here that have money, and the fact that we have some of the greatest major universities on the East Coast in Prince George's County, we're in one, University of Maryland. We have Bowie State University. We have Prince George's Community College. We have Howard University that actually has property here in Prince George's County. So we have these great universities, great diverse population. And so what do we have to do in order to build our commercial tax base in this county is partner with our brothers and sisters and businesses in Africa. That is the mission of the African Trade Office, so that we can not only partner with China that's doing work in Africa, but maybe we can beat China over to Africa and actually do some partnerships ourselves. Maybe we can bring to life what the Congresswoman said, and that is many of our small businesses come to us and say, hey, can you get me a federal contract? How about if we say, what if we can get you a contract or work with businesses in Africa that want to trade with us and we want to trade with them, and that way you can grow and not have to worry about or depend on the federal government. Those are opportunities that we have to seize upon. You know, we did a trade mission, the first of this administration, over to India. And many people thought, well, why are you going over there? And then when we came back and saw the number of deals, how many deals did we sign? $1 million in deals. $60 million in deals in India that we signed in Prince George's County. Now, can you imagine what's going to happen when we do our first trade mission to Africa? Where shall we go first? How many we can do there? How many opportunities that we can go? So we're excited about how we're going to grow and how we're going to take advantage of our expanding world economy. We've started work already. Dr. Fokker talked about our work with Senegal, talked about our work we're doing work in Nigeria, we're doing work in Liberia, where Tubman College was here and talking to a number of us about trade. So we've got a tremendous opportunity. What we want to do in our African Trade Office and what Gwen's shop is doing is making sure that we put ourselves in the position of expanding opportunities for our business. So when we come to you in the business community and ask you to be a part of the trade mission, when we ask you to help us put it together, it is because we understand that's really where the future lies. You know, we have to give credit, and I often say this, to the past administration. It really was the Johnson administration that signed a number of these sister city deals that we have in Prince George's County. They started that legacy for us. They started us down the road. So it's up to the Baker administration to take over where the Johnson administration left off and to begin to see some of those deals come to fruition. And it's going to be up to the next administration to take over where we left off and build upon that. So that as we see in the future, when we talk about other countries that are doing business in Africa, we can say Prince George's County led the way for the state of Maryland to expand and create opportunities in Africa. Thank you very much. All right. So now I'll take my directions.
Yes, right here, County Executive. There is a gift for the County Executive from Senegal. Yeah, he was standing down there.
Let's give Frank another round of applause. He's doing a great job.
Thank you. I'm not the MC, but they've asked me to introduce this piece, and I'll ask Nene Barry to come forward. I will ask Marie-Thérèse, est-ce que vous pouvez venir avec la délégation sénégalaise, tous les, Monsieur Bélier, la délégation de l'ambassade du Sénégal. Let's clap for them, please. These are gifts directly from Senegal, brought by Marie-Thérèse, and to announce her official, she has done the request on behalf of her government. Marie-Thérèse is the National Director for Child Education in Senegal, appointed by President Sall. Yes, and we are proud to have you here, and we want the embassy staff, Ambassador Chek Nyang, Senate Representative, Minister Councilor Beye, to represent them. I would like to invite our congressional delegation to come forward. Congresswoman Donna Edward, Senator Rosepi, other ambassador, Ambassador Ogwin, the delegation ambassador. Messieurs les ambassadeurs, est-ce que vous pouvez venir prendre une photo symbolique? Je vous en prie. Messieurs les ambassadeurs et mesdames, Pradeep Ganguly, the Vice President of EDC, can you come forward, please? Eddie Pounds, Legal Counsel. Mr. Taylor, representing Congressman Steny Hoyer, is here in the hall. IPSAC members, if there's any IPSAC member in the hall, CABC members, if you're in the hall, please join this symbolic picture. This is the official request of partnership with Senegal in the area of education, represented here by Marie-Thérèse. Ms. Garrison, that made the convocation, can you come forward, please, and join this symbolic picture? I want our sponsors, please. All our sponsors, can you move forward and join in this symbolic picture? Let's clap for our sponsors, please, as we move forward. Chef Marie-Thérèse, assist Chef Marie-Thérèse. The food you're eating is from Chef Marie-Thérèse from Senegal. We're proud of Senegal. There was the daughter of the ambassador of Namibia. Is she in the hall? The daughter of the ambassador of Namibia. Is she in the hall? You come forward. Okay. Okay. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, let me invite Elizabeth Crittenden. She's an international business specialist, and to move to the next item on the program, the awards. And I'm handing over to the MCs, Mr. Kwame and Ms. Golshit.
Thank you so much. County Executive Roshern Baker, thank you so much for coming. The County Executive has to leave, and we'd like to thank you so much once more. Can we have a round of applause for... Thank you so much, Congressman. Okay, now we'd like to move on to the next part of our program, and I'd like to go ahead and welcome Elizabeth Crittenden, the Economic Development Corporate International Business Specialist, to present the awards for the evening. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Again, I'm Elizabeth Crittenden, International Business Development Specialist at the Prince George's County Economic Development Corporation. And I extend greetings again to County Executive Baker, to Congresswoman Edwards, and to our distinguished guests, and even in particular, the distinguished business executives and community members that are in our audience today. What I will be sharing tonight is, again, the list of recipients of our 2013 African Business Awards. There are 9. As I call the names of each recipient, please walk here to the front of the stage, and you will be greeted and extended congratulations by our President and CEO, Gwen McCall. Oh, in addition, we will have Executive Vice President Pradeep Ganguly. I don't know where he is, but if you could come to the front and extend the awards to each of the recipients. Okay. The 2013 Renewable Energy Business Award goes to Mr. Bruce Chapman, President of Exits Renewable Power. Mohammed Ba will receive our Import-Export Business of the Year Award with Metsatu Forex Incorporated. Mr. Franklin Akinkoye, Financial Executive, Prudential Insurance, 2003 recipient for financial services. If you all could stay in the front, we're going to take a group picture. Bruce. If you could wait here in the front, just kind of line up. Okay. Our 2013 Women-Owned Business Award, sorry, I'll say that to last. Our 2013 Community Service Award goes to Majil Williams for the Majil Williams Foundation. The 2013 International Business Development Award goes to Nene Berry, President of African Bridges Trading House. Let's give her a round of applause. Our 2013 Lifetime Achievement Award for development work in Africa goes to Shaladia, President and founder of Shaladia Associates Incorporated. Have I? Could we have Miss Nene Berry come to the front and receive her award? And then we have our 2013 African Presidential Leadership Award for President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, President of Liberia. And we have receiving in her stead His Excellency Ambassador Jeremiah Sulonte. Our 2013 Healthcare Award goes to Dr. Olurume Inupeju. You're here, Nene. We've called you. Please come and receive your award. Thank you for your sponsorship and your great support of this event. And last but certainly not least, we have a most powerful woman who's the founder and the president of Watati, Women Empowered to Achieve the Impossible. Margaret Durecki, could you please come forward? A round of applause for all of our 2013 Africa Business Awards recipients. Yeah. Okay. Where's my... If the MCs are in the house, if you could come to the podium.
So we'd like to congratulate all those awardees. Congratulations for your awards. And we'd like to go ahead and at this moment take time to encourage those of you who would like to participate in the raffle to please go ahead and do so. We will have the hostesses go around. If anyone, this is a round-trip ticket to West Africa from Arik Airlines. We'd like to have you complete these. The hostesses will go around and give those out to you. Please go ahead and fill them. Lots of tickets, buy lots of tickets. We take credit cards. Correct. Yes, they are the best airlines to West Africa. Please just put your hand up if you need to have a ticket, and the hostesses will come to the table and be able to pick those from you. Where are the hostesses? Can you just raise your hand so that we know where you are? Is the hostesses in the room?
Okay,
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, as we complete those raffle tickets, please go ahead and continue to raise your hand. We have a special performer in the house. We have a supernova from Mali who will come and provide some entertainment for us as we do that. Could Supernova please come forward? Let's give our hands for Supernova. Thank you. Welcome.
Maxime Cass, Si là je tombe dans un peur, ta démarche me fait croire que t'es seul quand tu boum, je bouge, uno, dos, tres, cuatro, agenouille, te demande ton numéro, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, je m'en fous de savoir si t'es solo, t'as la main de me manier comme il faut, tes clins d'œil sont si beaux, mais si faux, je suis chaud, t'inquiète miss, je le niveau,
So, just to let you know what you're getting is you're going to be flying Arik Air non-stop from New York, JFK to Lagos, Nigeria. Well, it goes 3 times a week and connects throughout Nigeria and West Africa. So you will be traveling. It offers the most extensive network throughout Nigeria, Central and West Africa. You're going to experience a modern fleet with an average age of 5 years. You're going to relax with more comfort and more space. You're going to enjoy the best of Hollywood and Nollywood. Entertainment, as we all know, they're leading with that in Africa. You're going to delight in the generous baggage allowance, and you'll be going to anywhere in West Africa. So we really, really want everyone to fill this, and we'll be announcing a winner very soon. Does everybody have, did everyone put in something? Do we have any more lingering? No? Okay, are we ready for the drum roll?
all right.
This is for 2, correct. Do we have the drummer? He's been with us all evening doing an excellent job. Would you like to do a drum roll for us? Stephen, would you like to do a drum roll for us? If you get your drums, and would you like to make the announcement? Okay. We're going to have the first.
The moment is on. Vice President here, the Executive Vice President.
Can we have your attention? All right. Oh, you picked.
Okay, the winner is number 177, Monty Richards.
All right, we have a winner. Thank you. Come forward. Is it just one? So we'll do another row.
One person gets
Yeah.
we have a winner. Congratulations, sir. Yes.
Would you like to say a couple of words?
Where will you be traveling to? Let us know.
I don't know which country in West Africa I want to go to just yet. I've been to a number of countries in West Africa already, and I've enjoyed them all. So I'll discuss it with my wife, and then we'll make our plans.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Congratulations once more time. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of the evening. And we're going to move on to get our next raffle. So let's have a drum roll, please. Thank you. So tell us what.
I'm going to announce it.
Okay, sure. Oh, you want to? Okay.
Okay, now we come to another selection. And this is the free raffle. And this again is for the nightclub in New York. SOBs, which is where we also have here, they're based in New York, and also SOBs in New York. And we're going to select tickets. Actually, we're going to select two business cards for 4 tickets to attend the New show at SOBs in New York.
Wow.
And to do this selection, could I have your attention, please? We will get dancing this will be the last.
Oh, one more. Here comes one more. Please. Thank you.
Okay. I told you I'm with Global African Media, and I was just told to come to MC this event this week on arrival in the nation's capital. But I have to speak to the director of our hall, and it's no less a person than a lady who has been division head at the IMF. And again, she took a recent second retirement as Director of Human Resources at the African Development Bank. It's Jamila Achebe, please come and receive the 2 awards from this book. Director of GlobalAfricanMedia.com. And that's another business sponsor.
Oh, okay. Shake. All right, are we ready? Woo! All right. Oh, the winner of the first set of tickets is Miss Nene Barry. Nene Barry. Okay. We will acknowledge her when she comes in. Can you do it? Okay. One more. We're giving away 4. All right. Okay, and the winner is Mr. Wilson Mancho. Mr. Wilson Mancho, congratulations.
Okay, come and receive. Come and get congratulated by these 2 wonderful ladies beside me.
Congratulations, yes you did. It's tickets for 2
so what
to go to the concert.
Arik, SOBs, I'm going to have your information here, and we're going to email you all the
No. This is for the concert in New York. Thank you. Can I have a picture? Oh. And is Miss Nene Barry around? We can have her come. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
2 winners. Very good. All right. I don't know. Okay. So.
Come to the stage, please.
Going to. So thank you so much. Congratulations once more to those of you who won the raffle tickets for Arik Airlines and for the concert. At this time, we'd like to ask Margaret Durecki, the founder and the president of Wetati, one of our awardees for the evening to come forward and give a few words. She has the Women Empowered to Achieve the Impossible Women-Owned Business Award, Mrs. Margaret Durecki. Thank you. Please come forward.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, political officials. I know the county executive already left. All protocols observed. I want to thank each and every one of you for being here. Again, my name is Margaret Durecki. I am the founder and president of an organization called Women Empowered to Achieve the Impossible. For those of you that came from out of the state or out of the country, especially the women and their husbands, please, I need you to pay attention. I am a Nigerian by birth, but I've been in America all my life, so I can consider myself as an American as well. But wherever you come from, you never forget where you came from. So I want to implore each and every one of you that please take a good look at our organization. It is called Women Empowered to Achieve the Impossible. And that means that the only way you can achieve that which is possible, is to dare to achieve that which is impossible. But first, I want to give thanks and gratitude to the county executive for taking the initiative for the first time in my life as a Prince Georgian, where Africans, I know there have been rules and laws about how to help Africa within the Prince George's County, but for the first time in my life as a citizen of Prince George's County, I can tell you that anyone who is an African, you are welcomed in his office. If you have an idea and it is important to you that you become or you do something with it, this is the right regime to get involved. Is it Ms. McCall, who is the president of EDC? She is a class act herself. And thank you, Ms. McCall, for accepting with Tati and forging ahead that we would do something together for the women and the families in this county, and her vice president as well. Dr. Fokker, you are the best brother ever. He is an exceptional African because Africa must first save itself. He is an exemplary of an African man who really means the word when he says, if you're an African, this organization or this company wants you to come on board. I dump my heart for you. I'm very grateful for the opportunity to serve with you. It is unusual for me to be accepted by an African because often Africans are their own worst enemy. So Africa must stand up and fight for itself and embrace one another and appreciate each other. And once we validate ourselves and support each other, the whole world will come and rally around us. So I'm charging each and every one of you. We need to stop the hating. We need to stop the lack of support and compassion. Empathy is the wrong word for us to use, but we must be empathetic. We must be each other's keeper. The time is now, and tomorrow is the day for us to start. So what I will say to you, one more word. I am the author of a book called How to Succeed Against All Odds. Make adversity your foot mat. And I'm telling you, you don't have to worry about what happened yesterday. It doesn't matter what somebody told you you could not be. I am a living example to tell you that you cannot minutes away haven't bled. I am the bubble that refused to burst. I am indefatigable in the face of obstacles in life. If you are here in America, I don't want to hear any excuses. Because if you want it, you can have it. America is the greatest country in the world. And I'm telling you, when your time is right and you do what you need to do, I can tell you, I am a living example that if you believe in yourself and you come and embrace organizations or companies and you don't live in this county like, Prince George's County, you are missing something. If you're not a Prince Georgian, you are missing something. This is the right administration. Next year, our event is March the 21st and the 22nd. I'm encouraging all the foreign dignitaries that you need to bring your wives, your daughters to come and learn how we can help African women. Because to educate a woman is to change the world. And it is better to educate a girl than to fix a woman. Because a girl that is uneducated will be the one that will never put a family good together. Show me a strong household, I'll show you a household that has a woman who is stronger than ever. I thank each and every one of you for coming out. Make this a new day. Tell your sister sister to tell your sister, next year this must continue, because Africa is the next gateway to wealth. Let's build it together. Let's take charge our own. Let's not forget where we come from. Thank you so much. I want to encourage everyone to give a round of applause to all the Witatians in the house. And I want to thank my husband for 27 years, who has stood beside me when everybody said it couldn't be done. Through the grace of God, we did it. Thank each and every one of you. Chichi is my daughter, and so many other beautiful girls in this house, my daughter. Thank you so much for listening to me. Let's have some parties. Time to dance. Thank you, Crystal, with Tati Media. Thank you, everybody, and God bless.
Thank you. Those are very encouraging words, very inspiring. As she said, it is time to party, to have a, just to conclude the evening. We would like to just welcome you to the dance floor. Mr. DJ, thank you all. Thank you, the County Executive. Thank you, the Economic Development Corporation, and everyone who worked so hard to put this event, the very first Gala Gateway to Africa Gala and Awards Banquets. Can we have a round of applause for all those involved in creating this first event? Thank you so much. All right, so without further ado, Mr. DJ, thank you.